3, 2, 1.
Light 'em up.
I'm Paul.
Buck.
This is the Paul and Buck Show.
Hey, the big Buckin Deal.
Okay, guys, we're back. It's Paul and Buck, Big Buckin Deal.
Great to be back in this seat here.
Yeah, we've been kind of absent for a while. Like I said in the last podcast, we stay busy.
Well, everybody went in a slump working on cars, so nobody wanted to have the time to come out.
Yeah.
Then the events start kicking in.
Yep. Then warm weather came around, and
then it's close for your car to come right back out. So you got busy with that.
Yeah, I got some work to do, but it'll make an appearance. This past weekend, this is today's July 10th. A lot of rain, and unfortunately, there's a lot of bad things going on. And it's just everybody's hope safe and well, and I didn't get a lot, but we're by the San Gabriel.
Yeah.
And so
I'm by the Round Rock.
So right now we want to roll in. We're going to introduce our guest today, Jon Henson. In your shop is DBRODS.
Yes, sir.
He's a guy we've been wanting to put on the podcast for a while.
I know we've been trying to get him on for a while. Yeah. It's probably my fault. I think I mentioned it a few times. We're going to try to get people in, and just stuff overlaps. We're busy. He may, things, schedules always kind of come away. But we finally got Jon, and I just want to say thank you for coming in and sitting down with us. But I was just rolling into all the rain, and there's the San Gabriel rose. I only got like 7 inches. I think some places got more. I don't know what you guys.
It's right at 7.
6, 7.
I got curious and I looked up the Travis Lake levels just to see what it was before and after, like the day before, but after that flood, because it was still raining, right?
Oh yeah.
That was like Saturday or something, and so I look it up, and at full capacity, they say don't quote me on the numbers, but it's like 677. It went from like 500 and something.
It's like over right
to 650 or 40 something, and it was going. So I was like, and you could see the graph. It just went. It just went up. And if you guys ever go to the lake, it sucks. You don't even want to go there no more.
Well, I go sometimes.
You wait in line. You see everybody there's an island in the middle.
John. That's whole other stuff. John probably lives there because he lives right by the damn lake in Granger. So
that's what we're here for, right? Is to talk about boats and the lake.
Oh,
that's a whole discussion. I'm sure he can go into that. He could probably promote some things he does for his ski boat.
Yeah, blowers. I like blowers.
And he could probably do some promoting on the ski things that he got some add-ons. So anyway, we can hold. That's a whole different.
While he passes
discussion.
on the boat, I'm over here on that. I'm over here on the rope line.
Yeah, we can go to. That's a whole nother show for boats, but
I don't care. We'll plug it.
Whatever. Like I said, this is just something to get people familiar with Jon, and by the way, I want to say, like I said, prayers to all the families out there.
Man, those kids,
so
man.
It was a bad deal. So, but anyway, I hope everybody is safe and.
There's a photo on Facebook going around. You see a tire like an F-250. It's silver.
Oh yeah.
It's completely covered in gravel.
Oh yeah, that was the one that was turned sideways, like on the passenger side.
It was buried. Yeah. So prayers, man.
How does that even happen, man? It's carrying dirt.
Water's
powerful. But prayers for the family. But going on, I like to just kind of roll into the best way. Let's get to know Jon, right?
Jon, where are you from? Where were you born?
Yeah.
So I'm from Lexington, which is probably 40 minutes from here.
Lexington, right? That's over by.
It's close, in between Giddings and Rockdale, off Highway 77.
77, that's
right in the middle.
That's right.
But I graduated from there, and then even back then was in the cars. First one was the '87 F-150.
Oh my God! Say it ain't so.
First year, fuel injection?
Oh, that fuel injection
for the 5.0.
Yeah.
He's
a Ford guy.
I had a straight 6 short bed. It was an 85.
A 300.
Dude, it's a 300. Yeah. But that guy, every time he drove, man, it was always like idling real high, idling real low, idling real high. Finally, he just parks it. And I go, hey, we can do this. I ended up getting it from him. Turns out you can't really tune this stupid thing anymore because the part's not available. So that distributor, you just have to convert it to like an 82 distributor.
Yeah.
So here I am just cruising around, man. The idle's high, the idle's low, and I'm like, hey, it's got air conditioning, and I love that truck.
So you had the first year of EFI, right?
Yeah,
so,
you had the real deal.
Yeah, that was a real deal. But so Ford first car, was it?
What'd you do to that
Did
truck?
it smoke the tires? You race it?
It actually put a big stereo system in it.
Option
Lowered
B.
it a little bit with some wheels.
Yeah.
And, man, just drove the crap out of it.
I forgot. I also had a 93 like me.
And even those were fast
Yeah.
compared to the normal ones.
I got 13s out of that one.
That's not bad.
So
Not bad.
so when car audio, that was a thing back then.
Yeah.
Because I think we all did that. Got it lowered, put some 50s on it with some low profile or something on there, right? But that was like a good reliable. Was that good reliable?
It was reliable. I mean,
Had
it
fun
was.
with it, right?
It was.
Got what you had to do.
It was pre any kind of racing, So,
Yeah.
but
Well, we all start somewhere. But what would be the next car after that when you got into like?
so actually a '93's OBS, an extended cab, a black one, step side.
Okay.
And did like a 4.6 drop on it. I had actually bought some. You know who Chris Haywood is? He used to back then.
That sounds familiar.
He used to own Gretschner's or whatever body shop out in Elgin.
Oh yeah.
And then before that, he worked at Henna. He was in the
In Bastrop.
uh,
Oh no, Henna in Austin.
yeah, Henna
Henna,
in
yeah.
Austin.
Yeah,
35.
Yeah, 35.
And he worked in what department was that? For the paint shop up front, basically.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
So I had bought some 17-inch wheels from him
Oh,
off
dang.
of a what was those Caprice or the
Oh,
Impala SS?
yeah, because they were a 515
They were
too.
515.
Yeah, they were 515
So
too. Yeah.
put those on, and then
Yeah.
I think it had MSD on it, and had some long tubes, but it wasn't. It was still a TBI motor. It wasn't anything special, but
Yeah.
we used to race on the back roads.
What year
and
was
little
that
stuff.
that you picked all that up from Hannah?
Man, that probably would have been like 97,
Oh, okay.
96,
Because I was
97.
I was doing IT support for all the dealerships because IT support moved to Austin, and next thing you know, I was talking to all these dealerships, and
Yeah.
I'd go in there, and they're like, "Can you help me? I'm stuck," and I'm like, "No, I don't." I'd call it, but Hannah, right there on 35,
Right.
man, they always had some type of badass car waiting to,
Yeah, like some
to
kind
get
of-
fixed.
Yeah.
Like to this day, I don't forget there was this like a '96 convertible SS Camaro, but it was dropped at the
ground
01
effects on
wheels.
it?
No, it was just dropped, lowered, had the ground effects, the 01 wheels, but they did the wheels to where they weren't flush, they were kind of beveled, kind of like the Euro look.
Yeah.
And I'm walking by it, and it's almost a brand new car, and I'm like, what the hell are they gonna do to this thing? It's just, and then there's trucks, and just like,
Yeah.
who the hell's
There
working
was,
on these things?
there was
man?
a Lucian Wallace
Uh-huh.
used to be a tech there, and he did all the alignments for everybody.
Oh yeah.
So anything that got lowered usually went to
Oh.
Lucian to get.
He was the man, go to, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, you always got it. You would always see those cars that be lower. Like, how'd you lower it? Oh, I'd cut the coat, and they're going down the road, tires are getting wore out, and like,
Yeah, I
gotta
used to,
get in line.
I used to take my
yeah.
my gold HHR, but I put SS Impala wheels on it, the 20s,
Yeah.
and then I lowered it, and
That-
all the guys were there, they're by they had this Corvette, and we drove by, and no, it was a 01, and they're all looking at me like, oh, is he gonna buy that Camaro? And then they're like trying to figure out if those are stock wheels or not, because they're bigger than the stock ones, But yeah, whenever you start swapping shit, I mean, it just starts looking.
Stuff interchanges,
Yeah.
man, and that's
Yeah.
that's what.
So what all happened with that truck? What all did you end up doing there? How did you move
Just
on? Or
kept it that way for a little while, and then I ended up buying a S10, a '99
Mhm.
S10, and with that one is kind of where I started getting into the street scene in the Austin area, because around '98 is when I moved to Pflugerville area.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yep. So
Yeah.
the S10, it had long, kind of the same stuff.
Was it a 4.3?
It was a 4.3.
4.3, yeah.
So it was one of the extreme models. So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
It had the shock in the back on the rear end for traction.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it had 16-inch wheels, and then
Yeah.
did you
Yeah,
ever
like-
tangle, or did you ever get to check out any of the guys at the Cyclones?
Oh yeah.
Al, did you
Yeah,
remember that guy?
Man, I love. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So racing with Al,
Yeah.
I think we had met him at Whataburger.
Probably, and we're around.
Dude, I met him
so,
on
yeah.
6th Street.
So,
I was 18 when I met that dude.
Yeah, 6th Street is even before.
Didn't he's doing that too? Didn't he have two?
He had the quiet one, and then he had the one that he didn't tell nobody about.
Yeah.
But he didn't lower the windows on them. These things were just, you don't lower the windows.
Oh, did you ever see him? He'd be rolling down the road to go race.
Oh no,
Open the
we used to go behind.
Look out the
Yeah,
door,
yeah, yeah.
swerve,
We'd go to
see if water
Callahan's.
comes out.
Yeah, we'd go behind Callahan's. All of us, Tobar, him,
Yeah.
even some of the guys from high school. And there was this one guy. His name was Bobby, and he had a 5.0 with a 5-speed, and he got waxed one day. And next thing you know, gutted the whole car. And then he's like, "Come on out, we're gonna run." Okay, so he opens his door, like he used to at the line, and freaking Bobby put like half a fender on him, and no, Al still beat him.
Yeah.
So then Bobby's even more pissed off, and they raced I think 10 times that night.
Same outcome every time.
Man, then he went automatic. He thought he'd be faster with an automatic. Al still whoops him. So that little cyclone it was a menace. And then there was a green typhoon that showed up, and this was I don't know who that dude was, man, but he was like 7 foot tall. He gets out of that thing, we're like, God damn.
A single cab that's in, yeah.
And that thing was getting it too, man. And then there was a white one from San Marcos. He owned the airport shop.
Yeah.
His name was Russell, big guy, and he actually had a Bill Mitchell like an 80s E28, beautiful car. But anyway, that Cyclone, that one was the one that everybody wanted to beat, and that one, I mean, when
So that's when so it was like 98.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Round
met
Rock
these
was,
guys, right?
Because Round Rock was a thing. Then you would meet
Yeah.
there. You
Well,
would go
I don't think Round Rock was happening yet
Okay.
because we were doing Raining Performance.
Oh,
I do
Ranger.
remember that, yeah.
And so I think Raining was the in between.
Gotcha. Because everybody was more that way. Yeah.
And it was Raining, and then it was. That was towards the end of Super Shop days too.
Oh, okay.
Super Shops
Yeah.
ended it. Then everybody just went to Raining Performance, and that's where Donnie,
Yeah,
that guy,
Don,
he has
yeah.
his blower. Do you remember that white little Mustang
Yep.
with the big old blower? That's
That-
Bobby's old Mustang I was talking
Donnie,
about.
yeah, Donnie.
Okay.
So Donnie had it, yeah. So it was Raining, and then from Raining,
Yeah.
I don't know where everybody went. I think, no, it was 183 and 35,
Yeah.
right on the corner for a bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then after that, I don't know. I just started going to the lake.
But, I remember.
So-
we did Decker.
Yeah.
That was Samsung. We used to
Samsung.
outrace
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Back before it was there.
Samsung
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
And then-
yeah.
Oh,
There
Greg
was-
Wright's place.
There
yeah.
was old down by what was it, Southwest Parkway or
Mhm.
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But,
That's right.
yeah,
That-
We had to do the
that was
turnaround.
before. That's
Yeah.
before everything was built, but that road was there.
Yeah, you would just go and then you pass the bridge, and
Yeah.
that was the finish line. And then you circle back around, and
Yeah.
hell, some people I think that was the earliest days of road racing. Because people didn't want to stop anymore. The green light, they're just
Yeah.
kind of like, "Oh, you beat me." They come back around and they're just like, "Just keep rolling." And we're like, "Damn, stop!" We're trying to get other people to run. But that was the first of road racing.
Yeah, I
was
believe.
out
Yeah,
there.
that's
Yeah.
where a lot of people said that.
And it was wooded, so you couldn't see the other side when they were coming around, or you didn't know if a cop was going to
Yeah.
come and surprise
Because
you.
it had that partition in the motor, right?
Yeah. I pass by it nowadays, and I'm like, man, is this it?
You can't tell. It's
like it.
buildings everywhere.
It's
But
kind of nutty. But anyway, so
the ST,
so you did all that. You were there throughout
You were
this
there.
whole
You
time.
began-
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I actually some of the main races I ever had. You remember the brothers that had the Dodge trucks, the 360, like the Pace trucks?
Yeah.
So-
I do remember the was it a black one or a blue one?
There was both.
Both,
One had
right?
a blue and one had a
Okay.
black.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I don't remember that.
a lot of those races were turning around underneath breaker, or is it breaker or
I did.
Mopac?
Yeah, I raced.
For Mopac,
I
yeah.
raced
And the
them,
weird
yeah.
thing is, sometimes everybody would just be lined up, and whoever you pulled up to, that's who you raced.
I
You
had a
didn't
guy
really-
in a little
You just
6-cylinder.
roll in there. You just go.
Yeah, I had
Yep.
some kid in a '67 Mustang with a 6-cylinder. I was gonna drive. He goes, "Man, I don't have to race you." I'm like, "Yes, you do."
Yeah.
Didn't they? Was it over
funny.
there by Dave and Buster's? Wasn't there like a Dave and Buster's right there, 183 and
that was Kmart,
back then.
like Best Circuit City.
It
So
was
that
best,
was-
that's right.
So
yeah.
that was after 183 and
So they used to
35.
go there too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There was a
Just the
little click
183,
there.
that was
Yeah.
a Harley shop. That was.
But
Or
it was,
no,
across,
no,
it was
yeah.
across the street where the go-karts were.
Oh
For
yeah,
Little Rock.
no, I was thinking of a little
Yeah.
further up when it moved to.
Yeah, well, it went across,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was the
Yeah.
same. It was, you know who said was shows up and he ends up managing it to this day?
Was Calabrese?
Yeah, Calabrese.
Calabrese.
Remember he was talking about
Yeah,
it.
he was talking
that
about
was
it,
him.
that's
He
right,
says he shows up and I don't know, somehow somebody handed him the plate man to keep managing it, and that's what he does to this day. The street racing stuff.
Yeah, the street racing stuff. It's a dig. He does the dig.
He don't
stuff.
quit it.
Yeah.
It quits him.
Yeah. He was doing the dig stuff. But so that S10 got you into into that.
Yep.
And you're here. You're living in Pflugerville. So what was the big move? Did you keep that S10 for some time? Was it?
I had it probably till, I don't know, 05, maybe 06.
Really?
But I tore it down. I built a full chassis for it.
You didn't?
Wow.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that went into it. Not for racing, more kind of a show.
Yeah,
deal.
because of heat wave and stuff like that. Yeah.
Because really, I was doing air ride stuff from '98 forward. I had met some. They're really good friends of mine, and they lived in Forest Creek Estates here in Round Rock.
Oh, okay.
And I actually started my shop out of their garage.
Is that right?
So yeah, Frank and Sarah Friedel.
Really?
So back then,
and they were hot rodders.
So where do you get your welding experience? Where do you get all that? 'Cause it's not, it doesn't come easy.
So welding I did in high school. We had ag class.
The welding class, right?
You know, weld stuff up for that, but that was mainly just stick welding. And then so I went on and got an electronic engineering degree.
Oh, did you?
Okay.
And
4-year?
2-year associates. Yep.
Cool.
So I went to work at Crystal Semiconductor.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
I was there for a little bit.
Okay.
Then I got tired of that freaking. I left to go do government job, but my friends were there. And
Yeah.
It's just.
I was a tech there.
Were you? Okay, that's probably where. So I'll probably air his name out, but you can delete his name. Rosendo. There was a tech guy. He was there. We both started there.
Oh yeah, I remember Rosendo. He worked the B shift.
Yeah.
I think B
so
shift.
he goes, "Hey man, Pablo, everybody knows me." He goes, "Hey man, you want to come work with me?" And I'm like, "Where? I don't want a job." He goes, "Come work with me."
Was this in Round Rock?
No,
this
was
is
up for Burleson.
St. Elmo.
Yes.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah, way
down
there.
there.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Is that St. Elmo or is it?
No, it's Burleson.
It's Burleson.
But it was the back.
What was
the
the
back part?
Way off Ben White.
I can't even remember the name of the
know.
street.
I just know that I'm there, and there's this big old manager, big old built dude, Hispanic dude. He goes, "Oh man, that dude he lifts weights every single day," and you could tell because he'd wear a smock, but his shoulders were like. And so I'm like, "Oh, so that's the guy that I'm going to talk to." He goes, "Dude, just talk to him. He's going to hire you." So I'm working there, and next thing you know, I'm just uploading chips the whole night, and I meet just about everybody from Austin in that dang place because they were contracted for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, this ain't for me. This is just nah. But
so you start. That's where you. So
you start there. You start working there as a tech. I thought I remembered you.
Yeah. I was there.
You were the guy who just walk around fixing stuff when it would break,
I worked
right?
on the handlers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was there until 01. So like 98, 99. I think I worked there for 4 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was at ACC. There was some dude with the 300ZX, Kenny. He's a Puerto Rican guy. He had a nice stereo system in his car, is what I remember. That's why I remember him. Else I wouldn't remember him. But no, he's like, he opens the trunk and he's got like
I remember getting that stereo
competition.
system.
Yeah, if it's a stereo or if it's a
motor or something.
3/4 race cam.
RV cam.
RV cam.
Yeah.
All right, so what did you do after that?
So I got laid off in 01.
Everybody did. I remember that.
Yeah, I had some specialty training on the multi-test equipment from them, and I kind of got in trouble because I would never train anybody else, so it was only me pretty much, and then the North American rep that could work on them.
Okay.
And so it got me to the end, and then finally they were like, you can either relocate or take a severance package
Or go to Dell.
No, it was, I think they had a test floor or something in Georgia or overseas.
Oh,
And-
moving into
wow,
the
yeah, they were
location.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were moving.
Yeah, because they shut the test floor down here. That was when it was Cirrus Logic had bought it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
So
Okay, yeah. I remember that.
I think that off of Rutland,
No, it was still there at the same building, wasn't it?
was it
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew it was down south somewhere.
yeah.
So you had already started doing your airbag stuff. You were doing this on the side, I'm assuming.
I was doing it on the side,
Yeah.
and then after I got laid off, I turned it the
Full
wife,
time.
or before wife, girlfriend. And we talked about it. And
Yeah.
she's like, if you want to do it, let's do it. So
Right.
Shit.
So-
I like that.
yeah, I started, and we were building a shop, and I ran out of money, so I had to go to work for a little while. But I was a mechanic in NTB for I don't know, maybe 6 months,
Okay.
wrenching on cars. And
Which
then,
NTB?
So I did Round Rock most of the time, and then I worked at Howard Lane for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Howard Lane.
But that was only like 6 months or so, and then got everything finished on the building and opened up.
So that shop, the one you're at now?
No.
Okay.
This was my first one in 04. So it was off Cream Lane at 685 before the toll road went in.
So you start building just based on friends constantly wanting to work?
So the real start was out of my friend's garage.
Yeah.
Right,
And so I had a few other friends that I had met, and we all did the mini truck thing. And even some of them were full sizes, but it was the sport truck deal, airbags.
That was the shit back then.
Big bell wheels,
that was the shit back then.
Yeah.
That's
loud stereo
Target
stuff.
had dub everything, right?
Yep.
Dub.
So I was doing it out of their garage, and I was still working at the time. So I had a 3 on, 4 off, 4 on, 3 off schedule.
Oh yeah.
And then the days that are off, so it was like basically 6-7 days a week. I was working out of their garage doing air ride on stuff.
Yeah, that's
hot
everybody's
rods.
dream when you're sitting there on your break, right? Man, I can't be doing this anymore. I got to do something. And what are you doing? Oh man, I'm gonna take the test for DPS. Man, I can't. What are you doing? Oh, dude, I'm gonna. Everybody has some thought of not doing these 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
And then when you finally take the day off, man, or if you work night shift, you're like daylight. I haven't seen daylight in a long time.
Yeah, I did nights. It was 2 years or so, and then flipped to days. But I can't.
It's brutal, right?
It's brutal for me.
Yeah.
You either gotta we did I think it was a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or every other Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, so your Saturdays are gone. You can't street race no more.
Yeah.
So you wanted to pick. I think it was. I guess C shift was the best one. I think because it kind of.
Yeah, C shift. I think was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every other Saturday.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's kind of started the shop in 04, and like I said, I built a lot of street rods and a lot of mini trucks and a lot of chassis.
That was just based on word of mouth and had
it blew up. Yeah.
Wow.
So
you're doing like flip kits and fronts, whatever.
no,
Well,
we're doing full chassis,
back in.
full 3-inch tube chassis, and
Holy shit.
air ride on that, and modifying frames and
that's what I'm saying.
notching,
If it's the
not notching, but a
wants
full.
that people are knocking on your door, you're just gonna do it, right? And
Yep.
you hope for the best, right? That your welding is superb.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've heard the story of everybody who starts podcast, and then So like one of them is like Whiteside. I asked him, hey, he's out of Waco.
Yeah.
He started bending tubes on a light pole. He would fill it up with sand, and that's how he built his first cars. And this ain't no joke. I'm serious.
I believe it.
And then and then when you see the way he builds his chassis, it's still the same way he started. It's the same way he does it. And I've seen him build like Santos' car and his own car, his Falcon, complete from I'm talking from the brake pedal to the brake mechanism at 90 degrees. It just stays within the firewall, so you can just. And you wonder, like, damn. If you don't go to school and you learn this by yourself, you eventually get really, really good at it. And
some people
just
have a
keep
knack
on
for
going.
it.
Yeah.
It's just natural.
And like over time, like I said, if you started welding back, in high school, and then you just start perfecting it, getting better. Then you got MIGing. I mean, his MIG looks like some TIG. It's just it's practice, right? It's just repetitive, and
it's years and years and years of welding.
When it's popping, when it's crispy, when you've gone too far, not deep. Yeah.
No, that's what everybody does, and I know like everybody's got their own niche, and everybody does it their way, and everybody's got their perfection, and like. So John, you started building mini trucks or full body lower trucks and show trucks. Yep. Were y'all big into like the heat wave?
We were, and we even traveled. I used to do booths at all the major shows, like within like
with the radius.
There was one in Greenville that there was Greenville. There was Louisiana, Oklahoma, like all the close states had stuff that we went to.
Damn.
But Show Fest.
I know. Yeah, those were back then. Full body trucks were.
Oh yeah.
There was I think a '49 convertible Merc. It had airbags.
Yeah.
And the guy was from here, and he used to sell like decals at
Brad Byer.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Did you do something for his car?
Janet.
Yeah.
I never worked on his car, but that's who makes my T-shirts.
Oh, okay, because it had the alternator. They had the alternator on the 9-inch and everything.
Yeah, that was the shit back then. Everybody did that shit. Yeah.
That's different.
He was what did he go by? Pro Street.
Yeah, something like that.
No, what was it?
The decal said.
I remember. Yeah, the decal used to have Pro Street. Used to have
It was the Drake's gas, Hall's ass.
Yeah.
What was it?
Damn,
I'm drawing a blank on it.
damn,
now.
I remember that too because that was about like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
I
right
remember
around that
yeah.
time. Like I said, that
Okay,
whole
yeah.
mini truck lowered, OBS. It was kicking up big time.
Oh, it
the
was,
heat wave
yeah.
was just.
It was
Yeah,
popular.
that was yeah. That's why I asked the heat because
Yeah.
the heat wave was the big deal back. It's still big. I don't know if it's quite as big.
The
as it
Lone
was
Star
back
wasn't even kicking in yet. It
Oh,
was just,
no.
It was still
It was off of
downtown.
on 35 at the
Of
the
course,
Holiday
that
Inn.
Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or the little park over there somewhere
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's funny because I remember that. I remember all that
small
stuff.
world.
Yeah, I know. It's like
And it's like a lot of people, like even I talk to now that I meet and talk to and stuff, they're like, oh, well, I knew so and so, and it's like, oh, well, we hung out with them.
we were there. Yeah, you probably
Yeah,
knew each other
yeah.
back then too. Yeah, so that's I know that's a small world, but I think it's pretty ironic too because we know a lot of the same people. But
Well, to work at Crystal.
yeah, that's
Goddamn.
yeah,
That's way down south,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of the time you're smocked up, but
Yeah.
well, I know you'd have to like
And
wear.
that was when you lived north, it only took 25 minutes.
I know
I know.
exactly. Yeah.
I'll be there
No
at the
traffic.
movie
Yeah.
theater, guaranteed.
Yeah,
in
There
20
was no
minutes.
traffic.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
nothing.
It's like
nothing
I got to
really.
be at work at 7. I can leave at 6:30,
Yeah.
and I'll be early.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that now. You take a whole hour and a half just to get
I think it's
5 miles.
all day
No, I
to get
know, man.
through Austin.
I don't
crazy.
even go to Austin. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
try to stay away from Austin as much as possible.
Yep.
But so all that now let's talk about the red sled.
When did that thing
when
come about?
When did you
Yeah.
get that? When was that?
So
'Cause you had
that
the
truck
ST
was
yeah.
actually my really good friends that I worked out of their garage and started. It was their truck,
Oh.
and they had bought it new. So it was in 2000, I think, is when I bought that from them. And I
Okay.
had done some air rod work and did some improvements.
was that
on
your
it when they had
daily?
it.
Was that a daily?
It was a daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that truck actually had almost 300,000 on
When
it.
you got it?
No.
Oh,
no.
when you started doing
when,
it.
before
Okay.
it got Holly put in.
Yeah.
Before I lost the odometer. So, yeah.
The Holly Dash.
and the exhaust.
Yeah. Okay, so truck got some history. So you had it second owner basically, but
Yep.
you pretty much had it for the majority of its
Yep.
life. So
Yeah, around 02-ish. And then, I did some of the show stuff with it.
Yeah.
And then I think it was around 05, 06. Started getting into the performance a little,
Yeah.
back making a turn. Because my S10, I had to even put an LT1 in it.
Did you?
That was the cool thing to do with
Yeah,
it.
I,
that's
I was
second gen
I was
LT,
king,
yeah.
I was, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I was
did.
king LT1 back
Yeah.
then. That's
The
like I got the
optic
first
rack.
LT1. They didn't even, Super Shops didn't even sell shit for this thing, and I had ordered the headers directly from Edelbrock.
Yeah.
Excel sent me one of their first fuel pressure regulators. The only other people that had this stuff was
all the optic park shit.
no,
Austin
Brad
Speed
Stewart.
Shop.
no SW.
Yeah.
No, SW had a connection with like you have a specialty shop for the Hellcats and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there was only another 93 lowered Z28, and it had, I think can't remember who it was, man. But anyway, he was always at Joe White's shop, and he's the only guy that had 383 and all that stuff. But aside from that, nobody else did nothing. Right? There was a kid with nitrous. There was a black Camaro back then. He would just boom, he just kept hitting it. But those LT1s started really changing the scene here because Mustangs all of a sudden couldn't hang with the bolt-on car.
Was it just like a crate LT or pull out or? Did you,
No, it was a pull-out. I
Yeah.
think from like a 93 Camaro
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
something like that. Yeah.
But
You just
in
took the
that
computer
ST?
and all, or
Yep, the whole wiring
Just
harness.
stuck it in that ST.
The 4L60E that was behind it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it went into that. It never. We had taken it to a show, and then it got hit with a golf cart, and
Yeah.
it wasn't finished yet, and it was literally like close to paint. And then I kind of just lost interest in it. So
You sold it.
that's kind of when I'm gonna start messing with the red truck a little bit.
I think the
So-
guy that pretty much killed everybody else and wanted to go faster was what's his name, Tony, with the red LT1. He's turbo now.
Shepard.
Yeah.
Shepherd, yeah. Tony
Yeah.
Shepherd, yeah.
He's the one that took it to LT1 Fest, took his car, and where everybody's like, God damn.
Well, he's
Oh,
all.
is it?
I think he's all like billet now. I don't know. He got,
Is it? Is it still a stock block?
I don't think it's a stock block
Okay.
anymore. I think I think either Dart somebody makes LT one like.
I know they were
marked
running a
up.
campaign for a long time to get them to.
He
build
funny
something.
you mentioned him. He had actually brought me that car.
Really?
And he did that SB2
Mm.
conversion for it.
Okay.
Or no, not SB2. Which one was it where you had to the ports were a little offset in the center? and you had to reduce
Canted,
it.
like a canted valve?
It was like a
canted valve,
I think so.
So canted and SB2s are a little bit different because SB2s are a little bit. So he might have did some canted
The
valves.
SB2 is like a LS head.
Yeah, they're like
almost.
they're symmetrical, whatever you call it. Yeah. So he's fine now. So I mean,
that was the nitrous days.
Yeah, that was exactly. Because I know he still runs with the nitrous outlet, or he does still. I don't know if he bike does. I don't know what he is now, but
I know his son went to school with my kids and
in Round Rock.
Yeah, so when my son says, "Hey, is that your dad that does it?" So and so, he's like, "Yeah, let me get you all." He gave him like glasses, plates. I mean, he had all kinds of stuff in the trunk, man. I'm like,
so
who?
So that S10 got rid of. So what did the rest they have in it before? Was it a V8?
It was a stock 350.
350, 5.7.
Yeah, and then around 06. I actually. We're like, all right, we're gonna see what the small block will make.
Yeah.
So, y'all remember Rob Churchill had RPM machine?
Oh yeah.
So I used him. I became pretty good friends with him over the years.
Okay.
And
he was right there on Cameron, wasn't it? Was it?
No, he was at Preem Lane at 685.
Oh, right there on the top of the. Oh
yep,
yeah.
The corner.
Okay. Yep. I remember.
So we did a 350 small block journal rods.
Yeah.
Offset ground the crank, like. Knife edged it, like everything beautiful.
Yeah. That LT1?
No, this was the 350 in the truck.
Yeah,
this is in the 95. And then I did some, what was it, the aluminum, the L98 heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Some B-high springs, roller rockers.
Yeah.
And I think, man, I've forgotten, but those cams, was there like a 303 cam? I think it was a 303 cam.
Yep. I can't remember the specs on, but it was like a 5, like a mid, maybe like a 5 something lift or something.
Like a roller?
No, it was
a big camper back then.
Yeah, it was big for because that was pretty big back in those days. I mean, it might have been just a tad shy of like a 600-inch lift, but
oh wow!
But it was it a comp?
It was a comp.
It was a comp. Yeah.
I ran a LT1 comp 306 in mine, and that was big. So it was 544,
had a big converter behind it.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I had a 3500 stall. That thing would not, even at 3000, just like with that 35, and it would finally. It was like
what? So how did that 350 do?
Did all that stuff, and of course it was a 95, so OB1.
Yeah.
So there was a guy up in Rockwall that did just burn chips and then swap them out.
Yeah.
But we put on the dyno while we were tuning it, and whopping 267 horsepower. That was a lot of effort put into.
Because that truck has every bit of 4,000 plus.
It was 4,800 pounds, and with that thing, with that little stroker or whatever it was, it'd run like 14 ones. It was setting better than the 17 it was, but
that was good. I mean,
it was good.
It was good for
and even around that time, stuff. Nobody was running 10s.
Yeah.
Or
maybe just barely in 10s.
There was a friend of mine back in the day. He bought the first crate 502. And he stuck it in a truck just like that. But it had running boards, had lights, and those. The truck still only ran like 13, with the big ass 502 in it.
Yeah.
But he was like, it was embarrassing though when a Mustang couldn't beat that truck, and it had the beauty rings and the letters on the tires, like that's embarrassing.
They're heavy.
They're real heavy.
So I like the history, but that truck's always been red, right?
It's always been red. Yep.
When was the first time that thing hit you two? Like it looked like we were in Mexico.
So that probably would have been like, so I LS swapped it in 06, late 06. So it would have been 06, 07.
No shit, that
probably. There was I used to take it to the track. When I swapped it, I put an aluminum 6.0 in it.
Yeah.
And basically just a cam.
Yeah.
Cam,
Nothing,
small block. It had a big block Chevy TBI on it, higher pressure, Holly single plane intake. Like it had everything, and 14 O's. That's all it would do.
6,000.
But after the LS swap with a cam only engine, first time down the track, 12.6 at like 112.
No
and
shit.
It's like
LS.
Almost a second and a half.
You tend not to ever look back, right?
And still getting 15 miles to the gallon. Just cruising.
Yeah, you just don't. You don't look back after that, right? That first gen small block.
Yeah, from that point, I was like, I'm not gonna mess with small block stuff anymore.
The only thing that ever impressed me out of like a 355 was when people were buying the Edelbrock kits, and then all of a sudden you hear some guy, you would hear a lowrider.
Yeah.
It runs like 1240s. Like, what? We worked forever to get into the 12s, man. And you get this kit, with the
head,
hydraulic flat tapping,
Yeah.
They're running 12s in a lowrider. I'm like, shit. What did I do wrong? But that was only. I mean, after that, it's like just MLS, man.
Yeah.
Just you can't even give away.
So when did it see the induction?
It ran nitrous for a while.
Oh, you did?
I had 300 on it with a 150 on a plate.
No shit.
It went 979.
Really?
At 136.
Holy fuck.
137 on the bottle.
No shit.
On just the fogger, it would
Yeah.
run 10 O's at like 128, like a bracket car, like literally
Yeah.
every time, like a 168 60 foot, and
Just go out the back door, huh?
Yep.
Damn. No shit.
So-
I didn't know that. Oh, hell, there you go. That's the history right there.
so we would go to Little River and race, and it got to the point to where I guess they were going through a change around that time.
They need roll
The track
cage.
sucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There
Like-
was a point there at that time where there was like 3 owner changes.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of, there's still, anyway. Yeah. I probably don't know what you're talking
that was
about.
around the same time the roll racing had started, or a little after. So we basically, when we could go out on the street in front of the track, and it would dead hook,
Yeah.
and you couldn't even dead hook out on the track.
Damn.
What's up at the track was? Damn.
Y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Ooh. Damn.
That prep sucked.
95 was better than.
Yeah.
That's
so,
true.
so we kind of stopped going to the track, and
Yeah.
we started doing the roll thing. And I did the roll thing on the bottle for a while. The truck made like 850 on a 300 shot to the tire. 7,000
What?
RPM.
That
And,
was the 6.0.
you had the stock pistons in it, and you're just like,
Yeah, it's a stock bottom end deal.
So that was a 6.0. That was the
that
aluminum.
was a 6.0.
So that's the LS2 basically.
Yep. Came out of a Trailblazer SS with the LS2 in it. So
It just had a can. Holy shit.
yep.
No, I'm serious. These
Well, at
things-
that point with the spray, it had cylinder heads and
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
other stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
The
pretty.
bottom
rowdy.
end was basically.
Yep, it was stock until melted a few pistons a few times,
Yeah,
and,
of course, yeah.
then it got forged.
And it's probably just the fuel that caused it, or
We were switching from pump to E85 and trying to figure out.
Oh, E85 is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you.
because I mean, as long as
That's
you
a
got
learning
fuel,
curve.
A little lean.
You can
Yeah.
break, you can crack, but if you
Yeah.
burn something, that's
Yeah.
just always going to be the fuel.
It just went to forge stuff
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
so nitrous. Holy shit, I didn't know that. So nitrous, and then was it a single turbo at first, or it was always twin?
It's a twin.
It's
It's
always
the
a
same
twin.
setup it's had. Yeah,
Good
that
size
was.
turbos to go to twins instead of one big one.
I mean, it just depends on your power. What
What
you
you
want.
want.
The twins do
But
spool quicker.
you make more torque.
Yeah, they come on sooner. There's more, instead of just a boost pressure, there's
Okay.
more volume. There's more
Yeah.
CFM with it. So yeah.
Even like when you go to like a T6 to a T4 flange, just I mean it's
it's a lot bigger size.
It's a lot bigger size. So to get it to spool faster, is that the trick too? Like to make it a smaller.
How if you make the housing smaller and then you limit power on the turbo, so
Yeah.
the spooling is
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times the converter. If you can get the right converter in it, it'll spool all day
Right.
long. So
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
tuning.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, there's always guys that are like, it's still stock for LED. It's like
the stock ones take a
no
beating.
no stall.
And then
just,
you can put a trans, like a
Footwork.
shift kit in them.
Yeah.
They'll handle 1,000 wheel
yeah,
for a long time.
I still have mine right there. I just
Yeah.
don't use it.
So, okay. The 6.0, you play with that, and then because you got it's a 5.3.
Yeah, it went to a small bore.
So you went to a small bore,
So
twin turbo
I
setup.
turboed it. It was 2012.
Okay.
Is when I did the turbo setup on it.
Okay, 2012.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a timeline. So, and and by this time, how long you been out there where you're at now?
So the place where I'm at now, I bought in 06. So I had already been out there for a while.
So
You're established
and that
already in chassis.
and that was about the time when I heard about you, and when you met Thomas and then because Tom was like, hey man, go out there and talk to John. Yeah, I need to go out there and talk to
Yeah.
him.
He knows
And then-
about computer chips.
Yeah, but overall, it's like
He knows how to ground
you
himself.
were already getting the name out there, man, and then I mean everything amplified
Yeah, and the truck wasn't the fastest back then.
Yeah.
But it would beat 75% of everything else that was out there.
You know, well, I'd be bored. I'd be bored at work, and I'd be watching YouTube videos, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just like, I gotta find that truck. I mean, if I find that truck, it's Austin. You know, it's somewhere. No, sorry, not Austin, Mexico.
Yeah.
So I would look for those videos, man, so I could see if I recognize some of the cars, and usually I'm like, oh, there's a truck. Okay, that's here. And I'm watching, and next thing you know, that the truck just puts the lead on some of these cars.
Yeah, there's some videos out there you can see.
Hauling ass.
You can see like they'll do the honking, like it'll just kind of be like hanging, and there's just
lower trucks just hauling ass. Yeah. But,
well, the whole full thing here is that if you go look at some of the cars out there who do still go there, I don't know if it's still, but they probably got your motor in it. They probably got John's motor in them. I mean, I can get.
Yeah, there's a lot. We did a lot of track stuff. There's a lot of no prep guys that run my motors. A lot of them that are fast. You know,
so Ashton's got a couple of.
So that's why he's hauling ass.
Yeah, Ashton. He ran one of my motors for almost 5 years and not having to touch
problems,
it.
Yeah.
So
I remember he started with the 6.0 in spray.
Yeah, he started with the he was on spray.
And then it was a stroker. Yeah, it was like a 408 or something.
Yeah, 408. Yeah, it was a 408. That's what he started off with. Because when we interviewed him that first time, I think he was still on it, and then he jumped over.
Yeah,
and we're like, what the fuck? And
yeah, then all of a sudden he's got coilovers.
Yeah, he got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So did you build all that for him, or he just did it on?
I just did the engine, just a long block.
Yeah, he did all the.
The motor. The funny thing with his is he actually bought it. There was another guy that did a twin turbo C6 Vet, and he kept breaking. You know, wouldn't turn it down. Too much power, breaking all the transmission and all that torque tube stuff.
Yeah.
But so he sold it to go NA again, and then so Aston bought it, and then
is that right?
Yep.
Oh
gets
shit.
even faster.
Yep.
Well, I know that there was a one that you showed me. I think it was a Vet, one of his motors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that thing was singing at like 8,500.
Oh yeah, we did a Pro Mod a few years ago.
Yeah, that thing was like holy crap.
Yeah, we turned
8,500.
One of them 500 cubic inch motors.
No,
it's a 5.3.
Oh, Pro Mod.
So it was a not 97, a C7.
C7 Vet, yeah.
Jerry Bickle car, I think.
Yeah.
Full tube chassis.
Yeah. It was a full mod.
Carbon fiber, body panels. It was set up for a Hemi with a blower.
Yeah.
And so they actually reached out to me and they're like, hey, how fast can we go on an LS deal? You know, we see these guys that are running, you know, at the time it was like 450s and 440s in the 8th with a stock block.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I said, the trunk makes a lot of power. It's just heavy.
Yeah.
So if we can put that in something that weighs like 25 or 2,600 pounds, it's going to fly.
Yeah.
So I did one of my 5.3s for it. We did a pair of Precision 76-75s and that had a turbo glide, a 151 first gear, 400. Yeah. I think 456 rear gear and a 34-inch tire. And
34. It's a Pro Mod. It's a Pro Mod car.
Yeah, I was gonna say that kills
big tire.
But it's Pro Mod. That's what you want. Yeah.
Like first pass on like 10 pounds, I think it went like 5.0s or something, and we were like, oh, it's gonna fly. So
Crank it up
but we turned it up and we fought the chassis for a while because it ended up having to take a bunch of rear steer out of it to get it to go straight because it would leave front end in the air about a few inches and it would just drift left. Yeah. So
you do the
rear
angle,
steer.
The rear
basically puts it on one front of the other, whatever.
Yeah.
But what was the fastest they went, like 420?
So fastest slip that I have is a 432.
432
at 168.
And that mile per hour, by the way, is probably somewhere where they're not going full pass.
So the car could have left way harder.
Yeah.
I mean, we were leaving on 15 pounds and 5,000. It was cutting 105 to 102 60 foots. But the thing is I built that motor for like 1,800, and we still had like 10 more pounds of boost to go.
Yeah.
So those motors will hold 45 to 48 pounds of boost, and we were making 3.2 or 4.3 passes on 30-something pounds.
Yeah.
When I look at the YouTube videos that what's his name, Richard Holner.
Yeah.
He's always testing shit to see what he can get away with junkyard stuff.
Yeah.
That Gen 4, and it was like a 1,200 horsepower.
Yeah, that's what I did in the red truck when I first swapped it. It was a stock
Yeah.
bottom end 5.3, and then we messed with it, and around 1150 to the tire, it would start bending rods.
Yeah.
So it would drop.
The Gen 3 or the Gen 4?
Gen 4.
The Gen 4?
Gen 4.
Yeah, Gen 4. Yeah, the Gen 3 stuff don't.
That ain't gonna last.
No,
long.
700, maybe 800.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Gotta have at least
Seven.
Gen 4 rods or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I did that. I did that for a while, for a few years, and after I've been about 8 sets of rods up, I was
Wouldn't
like,
give up. Wouldn't give up.
It's time to forge it and
Yeah.
put some more power to it.
Well, even here recently, because you showed me some pictures, that motor yours, you had that motor, you had it in there forever.
Yeah, it's the original
It
block
was
that's
the
been
ori-
in it since 2012.
2012.
It's been
still
out
the
a
same
few
block.
times.
It's same block, but there was that one picture where you showed me that the rods were like,
Oh yeah,
but they were
Did the S
seeing
to 'em.
the 40 plus.
Oh no, it would bend the rods on like 26 pounds.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It was never turned up. Then.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it was-
I think the safe limit for those stock is like 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah, they'll
Keep
live
it there.
I got a customer in San Antonio that does track and roll. It's a C5 Z06, and he's been running 490s. At, I think 145 or 146.
8 mile 490?
8 mile,
Yeah.
3,400 pounds, and he roll races and drag races. It's got a 400 in it.
Yeah, that's
Shit
the
out of
happy
it,
number for now, just to be in the middle of the pack. all day
And that
long.
car owned 30 pounds with a Precision 8891 and made 1,300 wheel at 7,200, 30 pounds of boost.
72, that's. Hey, so I mean, all of this stuff. I mean, you've seen this stuff. I mean,
No, I did.
and-
That's
and-
where I was like, at some point,
and-
I gotta do some kind of turbo thing. I just don't know how to.
And,
tune it.
and there was a point too where he was making his own head gaskets.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
But, I mean, I don't know how that- the
material's
materials-
been on shortage for a
Yeah.
few
Well,
years.
copper's copper.
Well, we
He
weren't
was-
using copper.
Check
so,
it out.
so
Check it
I
out.
don't remember what year it is, but
Yeah.
I started importing. They called them cutting ring gaskets, and it was from a guy named Andreas, which had one of the fastest LSX Pro Mod deals. But it was, I think, Sweden. So got with them, started importing them, started using them, and then all of a sudden, and tuning wasn't as good.
Right.
All of a sudden, you'd be lifting heads. Well, with this gasket now, I can go 10 more pounds of boost or 12 more pounds
Oh.
of boost and not lift the heads, which boost is power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you lose
But-
power when.
but we always had issues with they were perforated to seal the oil in the water, and it would start dripping over time,
Yeah.
leaking basically between the head and the block, and you can't
Yeah.
have leaking
Yeah.
heads. So I sourced Clark copper gaskets in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and we did a bunch of stuff back and forth, and they finally found a material, and I started having,
Them-
I was having the
those
ring
specs.
CNC'd local
Yeah.
in Bartlett,
Yeah.
and then they were cutting the sealing part, and
And that kind
and
of materials.
yeah, I was using them on everything. 3 different gasket sizes, and yeah, it dried up, and I couldn't get material anymore. So
So
it's
you-
still been the case.
Are you using Kinetic now, or do you some
We
good
try to
LS9
build stuff
Yeah.
that the LS9 I think is still kind of the best,
Yeah.
even better than the Kinetic, the MLX, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But if we have to, it's always half-inch studs and an
Of course,
MLX or a LS9 gasket. So
half-inch studs, dude. You gotta have.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
this is Cadillac. It's got the North Star motor in it, but it's a 4.4. But it's not the same block that.
That's a V8. It's a V8.
Yeah, it's
those were
basically a
Yeah.
Coyote motor.
yeah,
But in
because those are dual red cams.
but it's
right?
it's in
Yeah.
badass LS1 Gen 3 style block.
Yeah.
Like the block is a complete
Yeah.
one-off, and it's got steel crank. The heads can flow. I mean, as much as you want. So this little motor runs fine at 8,000 RPM all day long if you want to just keep running it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it has such a bad rap that and there's so much LS stuff out there that nobody decides to ever put it to use. But I think if somebody took that little motor, the fact that I know now by looking at that it is built just like a aluminum headed,
Yeah.
aluminum 6.0 block.
Yeah.
It's not open on the cylinders. You know what
Yeah.
do they call it? Floating cylinders or
Siamese.
The Siamese.
Siamese bore is where they're closed off in between.
yeah, in between, but water.
Oh, it's dry decked.
Yeah.
This one is not that. It's like the LS block.
So it's got
Okay,
water
so-
jackets.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good block, and I don't know if somebody would just throw a turbo on it and see, because with the Coyotes motors, you gotta it's a year that you don't want to touch, and then you
Yeah.
have to mix. This thing is all that and just an 06
I've never
motor.
even heard of the Cadillac.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Star.
I'll show you
Look
some.
at those.
I'll show you some photos. But there's a guy. The guy that does the tuning and all that stuff. He put a turbo on it, and he was at the wheels. He was running like 700, 800 pounds. And yeah, street motor. He goes, yeah, it's just take a tune, just normal. So my car's got the stage 2 kit, which got the bigger pulley and all that stuff. He goes, that thing is just way conservative the way it is.
Yeah.
I said, so this is without cams and all that. If you put cams.
So that thing's got like phasers because they're overhit, or they like
right.
overhit
It's
cam?
got everything
Too
you
many
would
timing
need.
chains.
Yeah, well, it's got one
A mile long chain.
Yeah, like the damn,
It runs-
like the Fords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mile
it's
long chain, yeah.
it's a pretty badass little motor to just put a turbo and just don't even touch anything else and just go. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
LS, you got to change intake. You got to this thing. You just put it on there and just it's weird that nobody has caught on and said.
I haven't seen anything for that platform.
It's nuts. I'll show it to
you-
you because the ones that do know about it, they're starting to looking for them.
Yeah.
Because you can do some, but I just learned about it myself just as soon as I got this car, and I'm like, damn, why did they quit building it? The only reason why they quit building it is because they went through that phase where everybody had to get bought out and saved.
So this was it's an 06?
It's an 06. So they only stopped it only because they said, well, it's easier to just put LS motors and just
Probably had mass production of LSs.
yeah. So now everybody's running those blowers because there was a lot of inventory, and so now you just get those plates. You put that blower on there, and it's a 6.0, and you start running like 700 horsepower. But the motor itself, it's such a quiet General Motors little secret that I assure you, if you would go find one and you just did your stuff to that thing, you would be amazed.
I might have to look into it.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed at the amount of power.
That's the only problem with the LS stuff now is the blocks are almost impossible to find.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I know that there's a point where you should go and find blocks and buy them. Now they got cores. They're like ridiculous now. Isn't it?
Yeah, the core prices are insane.
That's
For the aluminum stuff. So.
And is that pretty much all you deal with now?
I do iron stuff
You do
too,
iron stuff?
but yeah, I'd say 75% is aluminum block stuff. Yeah.
So your truck. Let's go with the red sled. So the truck is, we got the twin turbos in it now. You got the power. When did you start thinking like, hey man, this truck is, it's a competitive guy here. We can go out here and go play around.
Do you retire it or do you keep on going? What were your thoughts?
Yeah,
I don't know. We're still full blown in it. So
Yeah, yeah,
Still making more power and learning.
Yeah.
So I raced it, man, with the turbo setup turned down when it started to stock block, and it got into the high nines a few times, but it had a big mile an hour. I could just never get it to hook.
Yeah.
So at that point, the air ride came off back with the nitrous setup.
Okay.
When it went turbo,
When it went turbo.
the air ride came off.
You got like
And
a
it went to
racing
coilovers.
suspension,
Yep.
coilovers.
Yeah, it's
What
a
year
full
was that?
drag setup. That was in 12.
12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I saw
Yeah.
it.
So in 12, like I said, so you started doing some dig or some roll, and like I said, hey, 'cause I don't remember when I seen your truck. It was before I met you. I knew of it. I seen videos like you said. Man, I don't even remember what year it was, but when did you say, hey man, this truck is making its rounds. It's out here.
Yeah, so road racing
Kicking
here
some
back
ass,
then
you know?
was not like it was on
'Cause-
Street Outlaws. You know what I mean?
No.
And
Oh,
you
fuck
were
no.
already. You were like.
You're already in it.
You're the don't even call me out. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you would see these
Not
other
me.
guys
I
video.
wasn't the top dog around. There was some faster cars, but the truck was
It could hang.
It was
hold
three or
its own.
four.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't many that would outrun it.
What? So
Anywhere
it started.
close.
Did you start in the red sled in like 183, or was it right here by the toll?
Man,
130. Because
It's hard to keep from remembering
Yeah,
where
'cause-
S10 to red truck days. So
Yeah.
red truck days would have been
probably 183 maybe. Or
Gold's Gym,
Gold's
behind
Gym.
Advance.
Were
Advance
you
may have
there
been before.
when they finally called out WFO to go out to the street races out here for the very first time?
No, I
You
wasn't
weren't there?
Yeah,
And then their video actually popped up. He goes, I'm going to go do the street. You want to come along? And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not going to do no video. But he's out there, and they put him with a bunch of street cars, and he's just eating them alive. I ain't nobody seen none of this before, and I'm like, but I know I've seen some faster stuff here in Austin. Where are they at? Like, and I'm thinking like, where's that truck?
Yeah,
Where's the other one?
That was a different scene. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
different kind.
but I guess that was the no prep that was starting up again from the road racing.
Well,
right?
around that time, 08-ish, I built a twin turbo Trailblazer that was a good friend of mine's, and
shit.
we were running 580s.
Yeah.
In the Trailblazer, huh?
In 2008, and it would stand on the bumper if you left on too much boost. But it would run out the
Was
back.
that from around here?
Yeah. He was actually here in Hutto. It was we called it the purple minivan, but it was like a maroonish. Yeah, look up. You have to look up some videos. There's some bunch of old school YouTube videos of that one too. Yep. So we went 9.0s at 4,600 pounds.
Wait, I think I do remember seeing
Yep.
that on video.
Yep. We used to take it up.
He's from here though. Okay.
Yep, we used to take it to Dallas to Crandall and race it at
Crandall, yeah.
Crandall and then San Antonio Raceway, and we ran it at Little River a little bit, but it was never really turned up. It had drag radials on it, so even drag radials were just starting out.
Yeah.
So trying to get those to work at the track, wasn't easy as a slick.
That's a heavy sled there too, like some numbers, huh?
Yep.
So I have to check that out and find some video on that. So you built that?
Yep.
So a lot of the fast stuff is him.
I believe it.
Yeah, everything here in Austin that I know of that goes more than like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I believe it.
I've just been out of the loop, so I never.
Yeah, we've just been out of the loop.
Besides Crystal Semiconductor.
And like you said, some of the road race stuff, I'm not saying that was not my thing, but I was not.
Oh, it was funny on the internet.
That's all I remember. Some people,
that's all I knew.
Some people loved it. Some people hated it.
Yeah,
we did both. Like I street raced and dig raced way before the roll stuff.
Yeah.
And it just got to the point where the truck couldn't run at the track,
right?
Because it was too fast.
Yeah.
For safety stuff.
Yeah, they had roll cage. You need roll cage.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
So it was to the street.
Sense.
To the street it is.
Do
y'all remember what year did the Texas Mile Deal start really getting going?
Oh, when did they start that?
Did you have a car?
Around 10,
did
11?
Did you have a car running?
I've had a few of them do the mile.
Because they start off kind of roll racing, and then
they
just kind of
check off and they go down mile points or whatever.
Yeah, they just kind of went into the street. And nobody was stopping, doing it from a stop anymore. Now everybody's
sanctioned. Now it's like a sanctioned thing now, right?
Yeah. That's when the 2K. When was that? Like 12?
Oh yeah.
No,
the 2K stuff, because the 2K that like Texas 2K Florida. Yeah, they do like a roll.
Yeah.
They will go through the beams and then.
You're supposed to be doing 60-ish miles an hour through the beams.
Yeah, that started about maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 12 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know.
That way, it kind of removes the. I could have been faster if it wasn't for the wheels.
And a lot of the cars.
They're like Lambos.
If they try and put that kind of power down, usually the rear end's not built for that kind of power.
They're going to break from the dig.
But from the roll, the stuff lasts.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they're not going to break like a differential drive shaft or something, because they don't have they can't support it. But they got the top end, right? So that's a good point. So roll racing, the Texas 2K, that started getting around. And so when was the last time you've been out that truck?
I drive it pretty regularly.
Every day. Circle K.
No.
If it's hot, it ain't getting driven.
No. I guess.
QT.
When was the last time it been out on the roll like
it's
late?
It's been a few years. I've been retired for a while.
Do you get the invite to go out there?
I still hear about it all the time. But
I know you follow.
I don't. I still do it for a living every day, and I still enjoy it and everything. But I don't have any interest to race anymore.
That's the evolution. It's like big sled, red sled 2.0 now.
Yeah.
It's like he took off all the drag radials. He put like some.
Oh yeah, the drag radials are off. The street lights are off.
Took
all
the racing
Kirky
seats out. The
out.
Kirkies are out of.
It's got Gen 5 Denali interior in it.
Yeah.
They have back seat for the kids.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. We're falling in that damn boomer crap.
No, I'm not booting yet.
No, we're not booting.
But I went retro on the wheels. I ordered some one-off.
Yeah,
some GT45 billet specialties, 20x7s in the front, a 20x12 in the back, so it's still got a.
It looks good now.
The last time I saw that truck was like 3 years ago in Taylor.
They're a twisted spoke with a spike hanging out of it,
almost
so
like a 20.
Yeah,
almost like a 2000, like a
the old school look.
It literally had wheels, some butt nicks, almost just like it.
That trucking magazine look.
Trucking and street trucks.
I'll show you a picture. I'll get a picture and I'll show it on the YouTube video. But it's I understand, 'cause like I said,
Yeah.
you can always go
You're
back.
a truck guy. You're
You're a truck guy, and it makes sense. But like I said, if you really wanted to, because I know you got an S10 back there. I know you got a couple cars
Yeah,
back
I
there.
still have
Put
an
it in
S10 back there.
You got, so
Yeah.
it may.
I bought a C6, a roller, a few years ago, and was going to build that cage.
Yeah.
I was going to fab a bolt-in 4-link 9-inch rear end that I could sell also.
Yeah.
Tube front end.
That'd be the shit.
And then I was going to do a twin turbo 5.3 with a.
There you go.
I think it was one of the monster truck. What company is it? SCS or something? They
Was
make
it
a billet adapter transfer case for a glide to make it all-wheel drive. And I was going to do an all-wheel
Get the
drive.
fuck
setup.
out of here!
Yeah.
and then do roll
Don't think
stuff
anything
and
about
track
that. Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You do like a Trailblazer front end or something? Was it a
Cadillac Escalade. Yep. It's all-wheel time.
Yep.
Full-time all-wheel drive.
That's all these guys are the SS.
Holy shit!
Those SS trucks.
Yeah.
They're all.
They're gonna rip those off and put them on a freaking short bed.
Yeah, but I think with the all-wheel drive deal, it's all-wheel drive all the time.
Oh,
Where
is it?
if
You
you do
gotta
like
engage
the
it,
four-wheel drive front diff,
Yeah.
you can disengage it, turn it off.
Engage it.
So-
Enable, disable.
Yep.
So I mean, and I know it's there. Like I said, the truck is. It's talked about. Your engines are everywhere. There's a guy running the 10.5 stuff in the Mustang. He's blowing some good numbers now. Cody.
Yeah, he's getting it.
So, I mean, and nobody has to say, hey, this is. I told you, right? But it was there,
Yeah.
And John, I'll let him speak about it. But what's your workload now? What's your daily workload? What do you got going? So what do you do at DBRODS? Besides.
So we used to do full builds and everything.
Yeah.
I had some back injuries over the years.
Yeah, me too. That took me out. Yeah.
L4, L5, and so I've kind of, for my health,
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I
The
just
fab stuff.
if I can build it on the table or whatever, I'll do it. But if
Yeah.
it's like fabbing over a fender and doing that, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
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 I may have one or two left in me, but
You can
it's
get
not,
one of those engine hoists that just moves you around the shop.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
seen
well,
that.
not the truck, not the vehicle, but you, right?
No, it moves you around literally like you're
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I was like, oh,
But you got a full blown machine shop.
Yeah, full-blown
And
machine shop.
I know you got the hopefully
Fab shop.
hope you get that thing going where you do the sleeves. That'd be cool.
Oh,
I know you got that going.
it's coming soon.
Yeah.
sleeves
So,
for like
to be able to sleeve blocks in house
to make them
Yeah.
427s. And
Or
stuff.
just like a
Stronger.
garden sleeve, stronger,
A
or
stronger
even
sleeve.
repair and crack sleeves. Just
Yeah.
a little bit of both.
So he's got a full blown machine shop. He does everything. He does his balancing. He does rod, everything. He does everything.
I still have my short block. It was a thing that I had in my head that I wanted to get a 4.8 and then
NA.
naturally aspirated, but I wanted to make it into a 5.0. So
Oh, you
small,
wanted to
the small
de-stroke it?
crank, the long rods.
Yeah.
So I have it all in Gen 4 with Cadillac pistons. So I haven't had to machine it yet, but that was my little deal. And then I'm looking at the 58X and the 24X, and you have to heat it and remove it. I'm like, no, whatever.
Just
But
bring
I
it
bought
out.
it.
You
I
can
bought
do
the
it.
damn tool, and
Yeah.
it was like
Oh,
$400.
Oh, you
Just
got-
the damn tool. And so I'm like,
Then you got to true it up when you weld it back on.
No, you just
That's the tool.
put-
It does everything. Just
Well,
like a jig fish.
Well,
heat
it's
it
a
up.
press. It's
Yeah.
press on, so most
Yeah.
people take a torch. I have
Yeah.
a little toaster oven. I toss them in there at 450
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like 10 minutes,
And
and
then
then already
slide
have
out.
it positioned
Slip
on the
'em in,
crank,
right?
and then literally you can throw it on there, and then put the tool on and tighten
That's
it.
the only
let it
thing that
cool.
has stopped me from getting around to putting the motor together. But I have that, and then I have the small. They're LS6 heads, but they're in the smaller valve.
Yeah, the 241,
Yeah, so-
243s.
No, well, they're like 243s, but they're in the truck. They're in the truck head. So I was going to use.
$799.
I think that's what it is, and I was going to use those and put big valves in them, and then throw that in my Camaro with because I have a built 4060 that that shit holds some power according to my builder. But
It'll hold till it don't.
yeah. It already leaks. It's like this piece of shit. I always had bad luck with 4060s, and I finally I said, you know what, I'm done with these because the band would always start slipping, and then it would take other shit.
Take
Like
everything
the
out.
mechanical sprag would take a shit on me, and there was always something I had to pull out. And finally, I was like, after like my 10th transmission, I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to see that car for a while.
So John, you got the machine. You
Yeah.
do that. You also do tanks.
So I build aluminum fuel tanks for all the
Aluminum fuel
trucks,
tanks.
anywhere from 63 to 2025. Bolt-in units for people that are turboing and more power, and anytime they have to mod the fuel tank for a bigger fuel pump, then it has fuel starvation problems.
Yeah,
so
so-
my tanks, they fixed that, so,
Yeah,
and they're nice.
What
So,
else you do? What else you got?
I built surf tabs for surf boats.
That's where it goes back
there
to
we
the
go.
there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
boats. Yeah, so I know we're gonna get there at some point.
Yep.
So those are like a nice custom deal, and
Yep.
and you got orders. You people buy them, huh?
It's slow right now,
Yeah.
but it's kind of a seasonal deal.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's in the middle of the season for boating, and
Yeah,
they're
so
not
they'll
going
wait
to work
till
on.
the
Yeah,
win-
they'll wait till winter
Yeah,
time.
wait till winter time. So,
So-
damn, so he does that. So and,
Hey, that fabrication stuff, they started bringing in money once you
Yeah,
people
and
start
from a
seeing-
business standpoint, actually now not doing the builds
Yeah,
that
build.
take forever and waiting
Yeah.
on everything,
Yeah.
actually kind of make a little bit of a profit doing the small stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
that's always like when you get a full build. There's always parts waiting, or you got to wait for the
Yep.
client to get money, and then it's sitting in the corner like, oh shit.
Have you thought about just saying, you know what, I'm gonna just start doing some online,
Yeah.
like start selling on Amazon or open up your own site and
no,
just start.
I don't want to work that hard.
You don't wanna- yeah, it's like my artwork. It turned into a job. Like this ain't fun no
that'd
more.
be a full time job real fast. You know that'll happen, but so yeah, I mean,
But it's busy. You said workload.
Yeah.
I think I've got 37 or 38 engines in there right now that are all in process. Lead times have kind of been pushed out a little bit than what they used to be. Loads just bigger. You know,
Yeah.
still having shortage issues and quality
Yeah.
issues now. I think it's a new
it's
deal.
almost like quality gotten trumped over the damn
Now,
material side. Like,
I'm out
quality
of
got
the loop.
shit.
I'm out of the loop when it comes to the machine shops. I'm still, with manual. Do you just have one big CNC machine that does it all?
Actually, no
Or
CNC. All
separate
mine's old school
old school
stuff.
machine?
Yeah.
You gotta
So I've got a
crank
older Sunmaster,
yeah.
like Homemaster or whatever home,
Yeah.
that does the sun and head and all that. And then I've got a lathe for polishing cranks.
Yeah.
And then I use a like a Bridgeport mill with a fixture to surface blocks
Yeah.
or fixtures to surface heads. So and then valve grinding machine, sun and rod hone machine. I mean. Turner Technologies balancer. I've got all the stuff.
Yeah,
I for a little while there, I had it was a machine drill press that you could convert. You could put cylinder heads on there, but it was actually to do the seats and
Yeah.
guides.
guides.
So for the longest, man, I was taking camel homes and putting hard seats and where'd you do all that? Home.
Yeah.
Then I'd get a sand file, like a DA, like an air, and I would, man, I'd do it.
Surface job. And
Yeah.
Dude,
seats at
it's
the
shit,
same
I was
time.
doing all my heads like they're like, man, are you
The
serious? You did all that at your
a
house?
straight
I'm like,
edge, straight edge.
Yeah, I'm like, put some dye and just freaking do another pass and
Take some-
they
take the high
worked. It
spots
worked
out.
fine to me. But
Yeah.
I learned some of that shit just from the older guys that
Yeah.
really,
I was kind of forced to start doing it because when we first started doing it, we were buying short blocks from various companies, and you'd get them in, and they
Yeah.
wouldn't be right, or
Right.
and nobody would own up to anything. So I started buying. It was a 08. I started buying whenever I was honing back then.
Mm-hmm.
I had bought a Sun and head. They had a portable AN stone head.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically put a big drill on it, and you hone by hand, like squirting WD-40
That's what you
in the
did.
cylinder with
That's
a
what you
torque
did.
plug.
Yeah.
And I honed for a long time like that
It works.
until
Yeah.
I got actually
Glenn.
you probably use that
Yeah.
machine that I have now
Yeah. Mr. Glenn.
from Mr. Glenn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had that thing for a long time now,
Yeah.
and I actually bought a Peterson, a Power Stroke hone,
No
and
shit.
automated, push a
Yeah.
button and it strokes, and I put a block in, and I don't know, I couldn't get the tolerances out of it that I can get out of the manual hone.
So that's important. Getting the bottom, the top, all true.
Oh yeah, you got to get everything straight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I had a friend that,
Yeah, that makes sense.
he bought a South Austin machine, and so when he was just working there, I would take him my blocks and he goes, yeah, just start off in the back. He said, start off in the back, not drop it off in the back. Start off in the back. So, all right, so I take it in there, and then there's a guy there. He goes, all right, man, just hook up to the chain, and it would go into the freaking fire. Then it freaking, and you're just walking with it, like, damn, I'm working with my own block, So they finally would get to the floor where they were going to start doing all the work. But
And that's another thing. You got an oven. You can
yeah,
you clean your block. They look brand new. I mean, it's a full.
no, these
deal.
guys will burn the block first.
Yeah,
Clean it,
I
then
don't
they put
have
it in
the
the
torch
machine.
to
You
burn
don't have
it,
to
so-
tell all these dudes, man. It was like, I just walked into hell.
Yeah, I bet
That was big,
I bet like a fire.
I only do LS and LT, so the iron blocks
You
are powder
can't do
coated.
that.
You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I know that your tolerances and overtime, but here goes another quick question. Real quick question. So the machine work. You said you're forced into it because again you had some crate engines. You just want to make sure. But everything was self-taught? I mean,
Rob that had RPM, he showed me a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, it's just
learning and
learning and
So
going.
you're just
from
a guy that's just you're not afraid to get your feet wet.
No.
And
I don't work on transmissions.
right off the bat.
I'll change a converter, but
Yeah.
other than welding a sensor on the pan,
I
putting the
walk
pan
that
back
shit
on,
to my friend here, man.
got nothing to do with
Yeah.
transmissions.
No, I don't.
So-
We had a transmission shop. I
Well,
was not happy with the whole process because you just never know. You after you put it in the car, you can check it all you want.
Yeah.
And you put it in the car and then something's wrong.
well, it's one thing to
shit.
say like, oh, it's got all new hardened steel, and then you go have somebody take it apart. That's all factory shit.
All stock.
Yeah, like you don't.
They put clutches and bands in.
That's probably. And luckily, if they did that, so I hear what you're saying. It's kind of hard to find a good transmission guy, but if you got one good, stick with them, and because you got a transmission guy.
Yeah, I got a good one
Yeah.
out in Marble Falls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he.
One last thing I wanted to pick your brain on. So
Yeah.
you started. So you're building you're building chassis, you're building motors, but it's EFI. So,
Okay, that's what I
so
want to
you
touch
become
on.
so you become your own guru.
Yeah, I had a lot of tuning with
What-
HP tuners.
Hey, so you started with HP
Yep.
tuners first,
and then
Okay.
then Holly came out,
Yeah.
and it was like
That's it.
because at the time
There
on the
was
red
nothing
truck
out there.
I was limited
Yeah.
because you can only put like basically on it goes by cylinder air mass
Mhm.
and basically that last row of 1.32 or
Yeah.
whatever it is only about 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
So once
yeah.
you're
That's
you're
it.
making setup, you
Speed
got
density.
no control of timing.
Yeah.
So yeah, 411 PCM with the was it 3-bar or whatever?
Yeah, 3-bar.
Our man.
Now
Yep.
it's bigger, right? The four.
They can do 4 now?
The new one, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
Something like
thought
that.
it was
I
I'm
know
sure
that-
there's been a lot of updates.
Yeah, this Cadillac has like one right before the latest sensor that they've got.
Yeah.
So
And that's a good point. I'm going to get you about that because that was something I was going to ask you. So, and we talked. Like I said, everything Holly is fully. I like to tell people it's an open source. You don't have to buy credits. You can just it's there.
You buy it, it's yours.
You buy it, it's yours.
don't
You
have
can
to keep
download
putting
it.
money into it.
So, and you learned that all yourself too, right?
Yep.
You basically all this tuning is just learning, trial and error. Because I go to him sometimes too for some.
yeah.
some-
Well, you have to. You
I
gotta
watched
have,
some of the little Holly classes at one point.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just bare basics.
I know, and I'm not. I
Yeah.
know I work for Holly, by the way, but that class is just 101. It's wiring,
Yeah.
the configure it. That's all it is. It had nothing to do with tuning. It had
Yeah.
nothing to do with tuning, which is, tuning is a kind of an art because every engine's got its own personality. Every engine's different, right? So you just got to see what the engine wants. But so everything, and is that all you deal with? I mean,
Yeah, just Holly.
Just
I messed with Pro EFI for a little while, and we had a bunch of little like weird things that just went on with it. And the car in particular, we pulled it off and put Holly on it, and it was perfectly fine with Holly. So maybe I didn't know,
something that
but we messed with it for a long time.
yeah.
So
So and Holly.
it's easy.
It's easy. Once you get familiar with it and get the interface, and you can roll through it. And like I said, John's pretty much he can dial in anything he can do with all the tuning.
So the software with Holly, when it comes to the 6-speed automatics, it still has the same tables that you would see in HP tuners.
You know what? Actually, I haven't even done one with a 6-speed. That was just recent.
Yeah,
and they
the,
just put it
the
in.
6L80, 609, they
Yeah.
just came out about a year ago.
Yeah.
They maybe a year and a half.
This Cadillac has one.
Yeah, so
So the computer that's in it, same shit that's
so
in the
it,
Corvette.
so just like when you do like a 480, 460 and a drop down in the Holly, it's the same thing. It's got a drop down.
It's
It
got
puts
all the-
factory parameters in it.
yeah, PSI parameters, and then
It's got your lockup and
The only other thing I saw was in the CAN bus. I think you have to select it for 6L80
yeah,
in the CAN bus.
yeah. You're right. Yeah. So this is that interface. But like I said, when you select that 6L80, 600, because so the thing about that module is
Yeah.
that it's got an OBD2, like an OBD handheld. So the 6 speeds they have a TCM.
yeah.
Is different than a 4-speed. So
Yeah.
you gotta get the S in from the TCM.
Yeah.
You gotta bring it over to the module, and then it's got interface, and then you can start
okay,
connecting.
okay.
Then you can
See, That's
start.
what I was wondering. How the hell did they Holly?
Yeah,
work
so
with that?
that's the.
So I'm over
that's
here
the
buying
only-
2 credits
That's the
for
only,
my
that's
damn
the
shit. I'm
only
like,
four
damn,
difference.
yeah.
That's the only
There's
difference.
12.
Difference.
There's 12 on one
there's a lot.
year for GM. 12 freaking credits that you have to buy, and I think one of them was the little turbo
Yeah.
Geo or whatever the hell that damn car was. SS. It's like those little SS cars from
Is it
the 2000s.
the flex?
The Cobalts?
Cobalts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cobalt.
One of those.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 12 credit.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
So the HP tuners had this thing when I was looking at on YouTube. They're like, for every credit that you buy, like every 2 credits or something like that, they would give you a credit so that you could eventually
I missed that one.
apply. I know. So you could eventually apply those credits to if you got that car, or there's like another vehicle too that also ran a bunch of credits, and I was like, damn, I hope it's not my car. And I was like, I got lucky. It's only 2 credits. I was like, woo. Yeah. But that's the only thing that sucks about HP tuners, and the fact that there is no starter tune. You just download your shit.
You just got to start
look at it
from scratch and start playing with shit.
Yeah, it's got a scanner so you can see what if you got codes. Don't tune unless you fix your car first, because then it's gonna throw off your mass airflow. It's gonna turn off your
just
pinging everything else.
Yeah.
Pinging everything else. And
So you had to go through all that learning phase.
Yeah, so I did Holly on it, and then was just overpowering the ADE and the heavy truck, and we went through so many parts, so many changes, trying to get it to hold the power, and it never would. So I talked to Kenny at PTC, and everybody's always like, oh, you can't do a glide, it's heavy, you can't put a glide in something heavy. So Kenny was like, if you can break that transmission, I'll give you your money back for it. So
he runs a glide in
I put a 180 glide in it, 10 clutch drum, all the good stuff for PTC, bolt together converter, and
shit, he can
I haven't had a transmission problem. That glide's been in there for probably 8 years. And I haven't had.
Are you doing like a trans brake launch on them too?
Yeah, it has Pro Tree brake. I mean, it's got everything.
He could be going like 60 miles an hour.
Lock it.
It's got rolling anti-lag too. You can push on the brake pedal, and then you can just mat it to the floor. And it's got a table on the advanced table in the Holly that it'll bring it up to like 8 pounds of boost and hold it, so there's no lag at all. So as soon as you let go, basically as soon as you take your foot off the brake, it's doing its thing. So
he could be doing like 55 miles an hour. He can just lay into it and it'll fucking...
Yeah, it starts popping and banging like you're on the 2-step of the track.
Damn.
And it's just
but it's still rolling down the road, holding a certain RPM.
I mean, it's...
rolling 2-step.
Yeah, man, it's a beast. It is a beast.
But yeah, after I did the Holly and the Glide, I started going back to the track again and was trying to chase some numbers in it.
Trying to get it.
So you got down to the 540s with that truck, didn't you?
It's been mid-5s.
Mid-5s, yeah.
And we had some fuel starvage. Had a belt-driven pump up front, but the length, 140 inch, because it's extended cab. So it was starting the pump. And Holly saved the motor a few times before I figured out what it was.
You had some cut-off safeties on there?
Well, it didn't have a safety. It was just opening the injectors all the way.
So you see, I'm at 100%. Like,
it was like
something wrong.
250%
on
the closed loop.
Injector wide open. Yeah. So, so that truck is 46.
It's 4380.
4380.
Yeah.
What size injectors were those?
Those are 260 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that truck is a beast.
It's been mid-5s, low 130s on basically 32 pounds of boost. And when I street race and would do the roll stuff, I've seen as much as 48 pounds on it. So, and the power difference it's a lot.
So how'd you fix the fuel tank? Did you just like put it in the back seat, or what did you do?
I did. I bought everything to do a cable drive so I could mount the pump back at the tank, but I never put it on. We did all this, started going to the track a bunch and all that, and then 2019, I think it was right as COVID started happening, and then I got kids now, and I don't even have the
urge anymore.
The urge. I still love watching it and doing everything and building motors for guys and everything, but for me, I don't know.
Like I said, the truck is back in the mini. It's in the
cruiser.
It's in the cruising stage.
Comfortable,
comfortable.
You can chase that fast quarter-mile time or eighth-mile time, whatever you want to do, but there comes a time where everybody gets tired of being underneath it and pulling out the motor just because you busted something small. And,
the motor had been together for a long time, and then I was doing some blast on the toll on 46 and 48 pounds, and it actually bent a forged crank in the bottom end. So I pulled it out.
Bitch was still running, had oil pressure.
Yeah, it still had everything. I didn't even know it was bent. And then I went to. It was after wintertime.
I remember you showed me that video that balancer was doing.
Yeah, the balancer was wobbling. I thought the balancer was coming apart. So new balancer, it's still wobbling.
It was a forged crank.
So it took a beating for a long time, and it'd been a couple of rods too.
It was in there for a long time, so it did its duty. So
it didn't know
a little bit motor.
That was a what, 6.0 or 5.3?
It was a 5.3.
5.3.
Yeah, 325 cubic inch.
Wow.
So now it's got a dart billet CCW crank, better rods, still Wasco style pistons.
So would it work better with the 4.8 crank and billet rods because it's a smaller crank?
So
Yeah, that's
a lot of
the
people
theory.
try and do that, but you can still spin the 362 crank to 8,500 anyway. So unless you're going to try and do something like above that,
I was just thinking like the genetics, the forces of the
it's a
rod
lighter
and-
bob weight.
Yeah.
A
So
lighter bob weight too. And
Yeah.
it's gonna spin.
I think it would just depend on application, you know,
You
because
just have
you're
to
going
try
to
it
lose
out.
all kinds of torque
Yeah,
and
yeah.
mid-range with that motor. So,
yeah.
Man.
but yeah, I've seen people do the D-stroke. I guess they call them D-stroke 6.0s or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen them
4.8
with
crank
6.0.
with the 6.0 bore.
Yeah, yeah. I
That would probably take a custom piston then. If the rod is
Yeah, that
shorter,
does-
with the
yeah.
wrist pin being a little location. I don't know.
No, I think the height from the center of the pin to the top of the piston is the same
Still the
between the
same?
4.8 and the 5.3s.
Same rod?
It's just a longer. It's a 6.098 versus I think a 6.2.
Oh, you
Oh,
keep with
rod,
the 4.8
yeah.
rod.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
You
Yeah,
keep the
I got
4.8. Yeah, because that's what I have.
Yeah.
I kept everything 4.8. Just the piston is the CTSV
There's
piston.
a lot of shit you can do, man. Like I said,
Yeah,
I mean,
and he'll still 1,000 horsepower even on rock auto shit.
rock
Hey,
auto, hey.
stuff ain't that. It's a budget deal. you
Yeah,
know.
it's a
I think
budget deal.
Everything's getting
That's-
so
yeah.
expensive now.
Yeah,
So.
I know. I hear. Like I said, they'll do the job just as good as a first gen small block. You have more money in a first gen small block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, hey, I mean, everybody knows you locally, Central Texas. And but you ship stuff. Your tanks probably go
Yeah, they go overseas.
international too.
Yep.
So tanks, motors. So he's international. So everybody knows his name. It'll be a plug on the podcast and on the YouTube. I'll put some pictures up of your work
Okay.
but like I said, glad you're able to come on. Appreciate it. I know we probably went a little bit longer. Like I said, we were getting some good detailed information. And,
Oh man, every time we
we-
interview somebody, we
yeah.
try and
yeah.
hit the points that nobody talks about, or
Yeah.
they're afraid to talk about because they're going to disclose some secrets, or you get technical and you lose
Yeah.
your audience. But I don't think this audience wants to hear about just the paint job and how pretty it is. They want to hear what
Hey, it's still
got
pretty
you
clean.
going.
It's still in good shape.
No, it's
Yeah.
I mean, everything that.
Oh, and the 15s, the radials,
Ah.
they'll bolt right back on. So
Don't piss the guy off. He'll come out.
So that truck has got some unique stuff in
Yeah.
there, and I like everything it's got on there, even all the way down to the shifter sensor and your reverse, your
oh yeah, it's got a shock sensor. on
shock
the
sensor
detent.
set up for his detent. So when it goes in reverse, it automatically goes and
So you
engages
cruising
trans
with
brake.
with the dump exhaust right there.
Mhm. Yeah,
'Cause
it's got
I saw you
4-inch
pass
exhaust
by
on
and it
the
wasn't very
fenders.
loud. I'm like,
It's not loud at all.
Truck
No,
is insane
not
and
until
it's
you're in
cruising.
it.
Yeah,
it's
that's
loud when it's in it.
Yeah,
but
but
just
with cruising-
cruising, it's not bad.
Oh,
it's
dude,
not even a problem.
No.
It's a nice little sleeper, if you will. That was the term back in the day, right? Sleeper. But everything goes down to everything you got into here with the Holly controls. You'd be surprised, and I know everybody probably knows some of that stuff, but there's some good stuff that.
So where can people contact you if they want to get a hold of you?
you
Telephone
go.
number, a website, an address?
Pretty much. I got Instagram. I think it's
I'll put-
DBRODS Red Sled.
I'll put your Instagram.
I don't really use Facebook for any of the shop stuff or anything. It's kind of personal.
Yeah.
Do you have a website?
I used to. I shut it down because there was just too much work.
Don't you have a PayPal? Is there like a PayPal thing that you have? No. Or-
Well, I take credit cards and all that stuff.
okay.
But yeah,
Don't
as
you
far
have,
as
like,
like contact, just call the shop.
Okay.
I mean, 512-809-1854.
There you go.
I'll
So-
plug it too. So there you go.
I got an email for it too, but it's too hard to say on camera. And
Like I said,
everybody will mess
if
it
your
up.
contact, I'll put your Instagram and your phone number, right? You just plug it. So that's a good way to get a hold of John. And again, appreciate it coming out. I know.
No, I forgot to ask this one last thing. Donnie owns the old Al Capone 53 Chevy.
Oh yeah.
In its last outing, and then now Donnie has it, and of course he's learning to get it fast.
Yeah.
You built the last combo on that car?
So that car's had a few renditions.
Yeah.
Early on, like it was LS swapped or whatever,
Mhm.
and I think he had some issues with it. He ended up coming to me, and I did a built motor for it, a 6.0 aluminum block deal, and did some fab work. I did a new intercooler and the turbo, revised some of the turbo kit.
They put him in the mid-8
So
somewhere?
he was running, I think, 10s with that car,
Yeah.
and then after I went through it and did everything, and then also I started tuning the car also
Right.
on the Holly. Yeah, we went. I think that car's been 820s
It's
or
been
so.
real fast in the
But
port
it's
now.
it's 38 or 3,900 pounds, and he did.
Yeah.
He used
He
to
did
do
drag
drag week,
and
sick
drive
week,
stuff, yeah.
Rocky Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember towards
Yeah.
the very end, he had mentioned you, and I'm like, oh, he went to that guy. But then all of a sudden, Don, buddy of mine, he's like, oh, I just bought the car, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, it's got all this and all that, you know, because we had heard about it. So have you gone out with Donnie as a tuner or anything?
I haven't.
No?
I think Scott loaded like a small power, like a tune in it.
tune-in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Keep
And
it
turn
safe.
it down.
Probably so.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
I mean, it's a fast. I mean, you know, low
For a
eights for a street car,
Bench seat car,
and he runs that on 235s.
yeah,
on the back.
235.
Not 270, they're 235.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There's
Yeah,
not
Donnie, I think Donnie
Fender
took
skirts
it.
and everything, I think. On
Yeah.
I think he drove it to the salt flats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw.
yeah.
I think I saw. Yeah, he was pulling a trailer
Yeah,
too,
he
right?
was.
Motorcycle, pull that Indian, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tickled crazy over that car. But it's cool that you're the one that put a lot of work into it towards its last stages
Yep.
before he got a hold of it, and I'm sure that's probably in that same.
Yeah,
that
and
same,
Scott.
tweet.
I mean, super. You know, came to me as a customer. Now he's a friend. So
Yeah.
you know, and that's the thing too with the business is, you know, most people, you know,
Good point.
you
Yeah.
do good work and try and treat them like family.
Oh, that car was
you,
spick and
you get
span.
friendships.
Yeah.
No, when I saw
yeah.
the car, I was underneath it one day because I went to go see him once. The car was built. I mean,
Yeah.
he only went to the people that could build really spec, perfect, nice. The fuel pump.
And it's still a leaf spring, a cow
And it's a
track
leaf
car.
spring
Cow
car.
track, yeah,
It's
cow
all put in just. I mean, there's no shit welding in that thing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful car. And then you look at the outside, you would think it's
Yeah, it's
Grandpa.
Yeah, no, that's what he was going for. And he
Yeah,
did it. I
he
mean,
accomplished the
was
goal,
the whole
right?
look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but that's
amazing.
cool, man. He went to you and you did all that work, and that's one thing I wanted to ask you is you know
Yeah.
you did the like some of the fabrication.
Oh yeah, I've
Turbo
done
stuff,
man.
yeah.
I've done hundreds and hundreds of trucks and cars over the years. Like I said, I've been full time since '04. So.
Name us
21
another
years.
famous car that you touched that has gone
Uh,
rounds
Yeah.
YouTube and
we got. There's a gasser, my buddy Dave, that's friends now. That it was built out at Jimmy Shine at his place in California.
oh
Jimmy
okay.
Shine.
And they
Yeah.
hit me up for transmission and Holly tuning and stuff. And we actually flew out and raced at. Oh man, I'm drawing on Irwindale.
Irwindale, it's closed
Yeah.
now.
And it was a big block with a 1471 blower on it.
Nice.
That some bitch is bad.
Yeah.
That some bitch is
It's got a new
loud.
motor in it now. It's actually at the shop right now,
Yeah.
doing some tuning on it. And then we were supposed to take it out when weather was still cool, but we're gonna wait. You
Yeah,
know,
to fall,
So,
something.
but yeah, we're trying to get that thing to go in the fours, and it's a 4,000-pound truck. So
It's like a 65, 66?
I think it's
Chevy?
65.
Yeah, 65 Chevy. It's a
Yep.
badass. It's a gasser style truck.
Yeah,
It's
straight
gasser,
axle with the
straight
front
axle.
lifted.
with a 1471.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild and it's clean. It is really nice.
The only other insane LS motor that I've seen was at Tow Bar, Air Tow Bars. He had that blower LS motor.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I'd never seen something,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, oh shit. And it had like,
Yeah, when
monster.
he bought that out, that was the first of a big old 1471 sitting on top of a custom intake
Yeah.
on the LS. It's like, wow.
and then he's got that 5.3 on that he just posted not too long ago. It's a spray motor.
Yeah, he's got that. And he's also got the LS10. It's got a Whipple
Yeah,
on it now.
yeah, that's a
I think. It's
Whipple.
got
But
a
no, I
Whipple.
know nitrous is the one I'm looking at.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a small cubes and nitrous. But you know, those are just exotic builds, and I think the ones that I like to see is like something like Capone.
And that's what I've always built.
Yeah.
I've never been into like just building the pure drag car that you
Yeah.
put in your trailer,
Yeah.
which I'm not against that.
Yeah.
But for me, I just
Yeah,
wanted
right.
I wanted to be able to hop in it and drive it.
Go to the car show
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, car shows.
Take
you
the
know,
family for a cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, I could never get to the concept of not being able to enjoy it on Saturday. You know, just like to go to hang out
Yeah.
because it used to be all street racing, and that's how I grew up. And if you couldn't have that, and your car just stays in the back, nothing against what you do because you got a really nice
Oh,
street
yeah,
truck
yeah.
that you also
Yeah.
take. You just have to have your race car too.
Yeah.
But if it was me, I'd be like trying to drive this damn thing. I'd be like kicking myself every day to
Yeah.
just put race gas in it. I don't care, just drive it. You know, who cares if you get pulled
yeah,
over,
even
you
the
know?
truck. I take it to
Yeah.
lunch a few times a week.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you take it out there to go
There's
to
some
lunch.
straightaways in Mexico that it still gets put the foot in it.
Where'd
at
all
least
the
once
black
or
cars come
twice.
from? Where'd that
Yeah.
Posy track come from? Yeah.
I push Bucko here. Hey man, let's jump in the right in your Camaro. Let's go for a cruise.
Hey, even with the 20s, with the radials, the Nitos, it still hooks 1,200, 26 pounds.
Shut up.
Yep.
Oh, those are they like a radio? Are they
They're a
Nitos?
drag radial. Yeah.
Hey, go do a donk
Yeah.
show. Put some
Put some 26s.
26s and boom. Yeah, that'd be funny. No, man, it was great meeting you, dude. And I never thought I would have met you way back then. When I was like,
you definitely look familiar other than from doing this.
Did you recognize me?
Not the only one.
But
I think your haircut,
it's the same.
never changed. I think that's how I recognize
Sideburns.
you. Yeah, that's why I remember that.
Yep.
The blue smock.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, I was bald headed since
That's
then.
funny.
So, yeah, shit.
that's fun. That's a small world. Like I said, that's so funny. But that's cool. And again, appreciate you coming out. And I'll have all the links and your contact information on the YouTube and on the Facebook page. So go check them out. Need some LS needs or builds. So, but we're gonna wrap it up, man. And it'll be posted soon. Again, we're gonna try to have some more episodes. I got some other engagement with Big Sleepy. Probably talk about his next event in August 2nd, I believe.
We're supposed to bring WFO back. He's been doing some stuff.
WFO. So we're gonna keep it back. Like I said, we've been under the lights because we stay busy. We got jobs during the day.
I don't. My back's messed up. I have house crap I want to rebuild. I got cars. I have 3 cars, man, and I'm trying to with a busted back. Like I think you understand. It's a little hard.
I've been, and honestly, since the 4 years since my last flare up, since I've started phasing out the build stuff, my back's way better.
I didn't want the
tell
surgery.
a big difference.
Yeah.
I just never wanted to take the surgery, so they're like, all right, well, you're just going to be limited. I was like, good, I don't want the surgery because I may be worse, so here I am. But now, it's just when you're a car guy, you're always gonna have too much shit and be overwhelmed. And I guess when you have a business first, and then it's your toys. Second,
it started out as a hobby
or family first.
Yeah, it started as a hobby.
And so that was the deal. Like early on, I worked a lot of hours, like 80, 90-hour weeks, just beating myself up, just trying to make money and trying to get stuff done, and had good turnarounds and stuff back then. And I always promised my wife, I was like, when we have kids, I'll
slow it down.
Yeah, I'll be there for the kids.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be gone racing all the time, and then the girls are at the house by themselves.
How many kids do you have?
2.
2?
Yep.
I have 30.
Yeah.
My youngest is 12.
So I promised her that. And, shortly after having the kids is when I was like, I don't need to be out doing stupid stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So that changes a lot. I mean, you make sure little. Your opinions and your
where's Daddy got arrested?
Yeah. He's road racing. That's a good
phone
point.
call from Dad. No, you don't need that anymore. But it's still. You can always find it on YouTube.
YouTube. Like
somebody calls you out, go to the track.
Hey, still driving to lunch. I make pulls in it, so
that's what's fun.
Gets the adrenaline going.
There you go. That's all you need. Okay, man. Well, John, appreciate it. We're gonna wrap it up till next time, guys. Listen in to the next episode. Paul and Buck.
Later.
Peace.